Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you guys having a wonderful Wednesday, and thank you so much guys for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel we're looking at the final A-list Henchmen for Skeletor and that of TRI-KLOPS. We'll take a look at all the TRI-KLOPS I have in the collection, from his CGI version to his Origins versions and his Masters version. And the question is what is your favorite TRI-KLOPS so far in the collection, in your collection, guys? Okay. So here we have the CGI version right there of TRI-KLOPS. A very interesting take on the figure here. From the CGI from Netflix right there. To his standard Origins version right there, which I do have a loose version of. To his deluxe figure right there, part of the motherboard cult right there. One of her disciples. Right there he is. I do have a loose version of him. Right there. And finally, we have the mini comic book version of Origins right there. So my collection right now, guys, is really small. You know, it's kind of funny, you know, being that TRI-KLOPS is one of my favorite figures of all time. You think I would have more figures of him, but it's a work in progress. You know, I'm looking forward for more figures to come out for TRI-KLOPS. But what I do have, I absolutely love. Okay. I am looking forward to the second version of the Masters TRI-KLOPS coming very soon, within 2024, and that of the Masters version, I believe, of the mini comic book version of TRI-KLOPS. So I'm looking forward to that one. I'm also looking forward to, hopefully, you know, if the cartoon collection, you know, keeps going, you know, the Filmation style collection for Origins, that we will get a cartoon collection version of TRI-KLOPS. I can't wait for that. Hopefully it will happen. I don't think it's been anything announced yet about TRI-KLOPS. So yeah, I know Trapjaw and, you know, Tila and maybe like Evelyn and who else? Merman maybe will be coming very soon. But hopefully TRI-KLOPS will be part of that cartoon collection. Hopefully with the Turtles of Grayskull line, that we'll get a really cool TRI-KLOPS version of the Turtles of Grayskull. But as far as, you know, TRI-KLOPS, you know, for me, you know, he's I believe, one of the more expensive Origins figures that are out there right now. And if you want to make you know, and we're also doing, you know, with this series, you know, we've been doing also the fan favorite toy line. Now, a fan favorite toy line or Origins line are, of course, figures that, you know, sold so fast and so quickly that Mattel are giving us collectors another run, another chance of getting, you know, a favorite figure. Now we have King Randor, we have, you know, Ninjor, She-Ra, Merman, Webster as in mini comic book version of Trapjaw as one of their starters, one of their main fan favorite lines. If you want to do a fan favorite, you know, figure, hopefully if this continues, let's get TRI-KLOPS back. I mean, yeah, as another run for us collectors, you know, being so rare and so expensive, you know, not just his normal form, but even his mini comic book form, you know, for us. Like I said, like I am looking forward to the Masters, you know, the 2024 mini comic book version of TRI-KLOPS. I'm very interested to see, you know, him in the new Revolution show. Okay, and of course at the end of the video I will give you you know, another Masterverse figure from, you know, from Funko. And of course, you know what, let's do it right now. You know, no surprise here, guys. It is TRI-KLOPS right there. So I put TRI-KLOPS down right there. Now, as for my overall favorite TRI-KLOPS so far, I have to say, like, this is number one, of course, the vintage style, Origin style figure, not the classic 80s version, but the you know, the first version, you know, the original version of TRI-KLOPS is my number one. Number two would be the Masters version, because I do love the Colt upgrade right there with the nice fabric and stuff like that. The head sculpt is very cool. And number three, guys, I mean, surprisingly, is this version of the TRI-KLOPS. A very unique take on TRI-KLOPS right here. So this is my third one. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, the mini comic book version is absolutely incredible, you know. It's amazing, you know, but you know, since it's, you know, just because it's rare for me doesn't mean that it's, you know, special. I guess. That's my thoughts, guys. This is my, how I feel. I'm sure you guys would differ, and I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on that, stuff like that. Like, I might be crazy for not including, TRI-KLOPS. Mini comic book TRI-KLOPS is my top three. But you know what? Like, like all lists, for everyone, it could change and stuff like that. But I do like this version of TRI-KLOPS here. This is a very unique TRI-KLOPS here. And, with the new, the mini comic book version of TRI-KLOPS coming in the Masters line, maybe I'll change my mind. If we get, a cartoon collection version of TRI-KLOPS, that certainly would be, a big, big change in how I feel about, my top three TRI-KLOPS figures. Of course, I feel like TRI-KLOPS, he just squeaked by. It's one of the top, henchmen for Skeletor. If you remember in Filmation, the first episode included TRI-KLOPS in his, when he was calling all his evil minions to him, to the Snake Mountain. TRI-KLOPS was part of that, being summoned and stuff like that. But he didn't really show up a whole lot, I don't think, in the Filmation style cartoon. It was more into the 2000X version when he showed up, more and more on that show and that Filmation. But for me personally, and I do feel I do feel like TRI-KLOPS is, one of Skeletor's main henchmen, his A-list henchmen. Now, with the CGI version here of TRI-KLOPS, it was a very unique situation because the visor, I do believe, and it was a good show, was AI, and it would attach to other people to create the TRI-KLOPS, figure or person. So the eyepiece would move and fly around and connect to an Eternian becoming, TRI-KLOPS. So TRI-KLOPS, was not the man, it was the visor, I guess you can call it, that became TRI-KLOPS, if that makes sense, guys. But I do like this version. And no, don't get me wrong, the mini comic book version is absolutely amazing. I do love this version. I do like the look and stuff like that. But for right now, call me crazy, I really think that, and this version just sneaks by. Okay, it's still an amazing figure, but he's number 3. Of course, number 1. And I hope we do get a fan favorite, TRI-KLOPS here, for us collectors, whoever missed out on this version of TRI-KLOPS. This version I love too. It's the same look right there with the, updated hip sculpt and, clothing and, a very cool take on TRI-KLOPS being, maybe the head disciple of the motherboard. Of course, in this version here, magic in the Revelation show is almost destroyed. Okay, leaving only technology as the main source of power, I guess, in Eternia. So he was part of that, motherboard cult that, became strong and powerful. And when you see, the end of the Revelation show, transforming Skeletor in another disciple or the cybernetic being, TRI-KLOPS. So I'm very interested to see, where TRI-KLOPS goes in the Revolution show. I'm looking forward to it, So, call me crazy, guys, but what do you think is your absolute top favorite TRI-KLOPS? I feel like TRI-KLOPS also is like Skeletor's spy, like where, he uses all his technologies, his robots to spy on He-Man and his friends, in the world of Eternia. So I feel like, TRI-KLOPS is for the most part, Skeletor's spy, in the web of evil in his henchmen. But, let me know, guys, what you think is your favorite TRI-KLOPS of all time. Is it, the 80s version? Is the classics version, mini versions of classics? To the 2000X. I know Super 7 did a Filmation style, TRI-KLOPS in their, line, which I wish I had. But yeah, let me know, guys. And, what has been your absolute favorite TRI-KLOPS so far? And do you even think that TRI-KLOPS is an A-list henchman for Skeletor? I think so. I think there is enough there, that made him at least enough, he barely squeaked by, but I think he was just enough there to make him, Skeletor's top A-list henchman for Skeletor, But there you go, guys. There's all the versions of TRI-KLOPS that I have in my collection. I can't wait, like I said, for the Masterverse version coming out soon in 2024, the kind of the updated, mini comic book version. I hope that if the cartoon collection, like I said, also if it keeps, becoming popular and popular, and it keeps going, that I'm sure at some point we'll get a Filmation cartoon collection version of TRI-KLOPS. I can't wait to get that one as well. Even the Turtles of Grayskull, which, by the way, we'll be starting to look at the Turtles of Grayskull Wave 1 figures, because I finally got Leo, so we'll be looking at those very soon, starting tomorrow on Thursday. But yeah, guys, even the Turtles of Grayskull, if we will get some sort of, mashup or, some sort of form of TRI-KLOPS in the Turtles of Grayskull. So hopefully, we'll get more versions of TRI-KLOPS, which could be hopefully the fan favorite. If they do a fan favorite one, that'd be absolutely amazing for us collectors. Not just, this version, like I said, but even the mini comic book version, because I know a lot of people missed out on this version. If you want to give us a fan favorite, figures, give us, like I said, when I did that King Randor, was it King Ninjor fan favorite review. If you want to give us fans some fan favorite figures, give us figures like the exclusives that came out that, a lot of people, a lot of collectors missed out on and could not get. And so give us, some reissues of these figures in the fan favorite line. All right, guys. But there you go. Once again, guys, these are all the forms or different versions of TRI-KLOPS I have in the collection. And, like all the henchmen for Skeletor, from, from Merman to Evelyn to Beastman, and, like Trapjaw, and I will, at some point again, I will go back and show you all the different versions of Merman from the Origins, in Origins to Masterverse to CGI, even Evelyn. I mean, there's so many Evelyns in Masterverse, it's crazy. I think we have 4 different versions of Evelyn through her whole Revelations line. We just got that movie version of Evelyn. To the Origins, have 2 different versions of Origins as well. I have no doubt, like, TRI-KLOPS here, and hopefully Merman, that Evelyn will get a cartoon collection of Evelyn, the Filmation style of Evelyn, to hopefully, if the Turtles of Grayskull line does well, that hopefully we'll get an Evelyn as well. So let me know, guys. Once again, guys, thank you for, watching. But, let me know, guys, what has been your overall favorite TRI-KLOPS figure of all time in your collection. It doesn't have to be Origins. It doesn't have to be CGI. It doesn't have to be Masterverse. Like I said, it could be your vintage 80s version, or, your Super 7 version, or your Classics version, or the 2000X version has been amazing, too. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what is your absolute #1 favorite TRI-KLOPS of all time, guys. All right. So one more shot of all the TRI-KLOPS I have in the collection. All right, guys, I'd like to take the time now to thank my subscribers. If you made it this far in the video and have not subscribed, please subscribe, guys. I love talking with you guys all things Masters of the Universe. Could be the CGI line, which right now I do believe that the CGI show is now done, I believe. Now, I heard rumors that they might be picking up for a 4th season to maybe end that season properly. So I don't know if that's true or not, or if they're going to do that or not. But for right now, the CGI line, which I've done all the reviews for every figure, if you'd like to go back and check those out, it was not a bad show. It was a great, for me, it was a great show. I liked it. There's 3 seasons of it. It gave you a different take, like an Elseworld multiverse of He-Man, a little different, what we know as collectors. But, it was still a good show. If you wish to check it out, please do. It's on Netflix for 3 seasons. Check it out and see what you think about it. But very good. Like, the CGI line for now, I believe, is done. I think there's no more CGI figures coming out. The only figure I don't have in the CGI show, single carded figure, is Mossman. And he's very rare. He was one of those figures that came out very last, and my order got canceled. But hopefully I can find them on other places like websites, going for top dollar, like very expensive. So. But hopefully I can get me a Mossman to complete my collection for single carded figures. But, like, the TRI-KLOPS is still an amazing TRI-KLOPS. Hopefully, you know, the CGI show might continue. If it is, I'll watch it and see where it goes from there. But as far as CGI, it's done. But still a great, great, you know, show. A great figure. My number 3 figure barely passes the mini comic version of TRI-KLOPS for me. But I do like this version of TRI-KLOPS. Okay. All right. Of course, thank you for that. Of course, we have the Origins line here. To the Masters line here, his deluxe figure, to his mini comic book version, and from Funko Pops, guys. Hit that like button, guys, too, and thank you for doing that, guys. It means a lot. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. It means a lot to me. You know, it helps my channel to grow. Hopefully, get more people out there to watch my videos and subscribe. So, thank you for hitting that like button, guys. It really means a lot. And hit that notification bell when you know I upload new videos. And tomorrow, like I said, we're heading back to the Turtles of Grayskull. I finally got my 3rd and final figure. I've got Leo now, so I've got Leo, He-Man, and Man-at-Arms. And I will do and we have Donnie as well. And I've done a Donnie as well. I did Donnie review on him. I don't have. We'll do a recap on Donnie, but let you know, guys, like Donnie, the other figures I have in the Turtles of Grayskull, I'm not going to open because I only have one right now. Unpunched, but we'll take a look at the figures and we'll look at them in the packaging, their artwork, and go from there, guys. It'll be a lot of fun. Share this video, guys, who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe. It could be the CGI line, the Origins lines, the Masters lines, Funko, to Mondo, to, you know, the original 80s, to the Classics line, to the Super 7 line, to 2000X. I mean, over 40 years of this amazing product that keeps getting better and better. Like, it's almost 2024, guys. It looks, and I can't wait for new figures to come out. I'm looking forward to, like I said, that new TRI-KLOPS coming very soon to the collection. So, guys, hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Take care, guys, and have a good one.